In this quick tutorial I will try and show you how to make this motion design where you make objects basically react to music. So let's jump straight into it. So for this project I made 7 different cylinders, made them a bit taller, skinnier, shiny. Also have a directional light and a little point light. Might have a cool effect later, I'm not sure about it yet. So next thing you want to do is go to motion design, actors, and then clone actor. This is your clone actor, just put it in the middle like this. Delete your default cube because you don't need that one. You want to put your cylinders in your cloner, so press yes. Next you want to select all your cylinders, make sure they are movable. Here at mobility, and then put them in your cloner. Will look something like this. Select your cloner and then you want them not on top of each other, so I'm gonna guess this one. Yes, to 1 and then keep grid. For now I'm just gonna see what it does. 10 and 10, but I want them closer to each other, so spacing, let's see, 10, no, a bit more, 25, let's say 30, and then Y 30, 31, let's stick to 31. There you go, they're nice and close to each other. And then you want the iterate at random. I'm also gonna make it a bit or a lot larger, so I'm gonna say 150 to 150, yes. So next thing you want to do is add an effector, so go to motion design again, actors and effector actor. Just click somewhere in the middle, it's fine. You can then select effector, put it in the middle like this, and then maybe make it a bit bigger. So the visual thickness 5 maybe, so you can see the little yellow thingy right there. Then after that I'm gonna change a few values as well. So I'm gonna change this to 1000 and then this to 10. And then in order to see these effects take place, you need to connect your effector to the cloner basically. So go to cloner and then effectors, press the little plus and then select your effectors here from the list. So effector 2 and okay, you get something like this. So to change the look a bit of this thing that is sticking out, you can still go back to effector and change the scale of this. So I put it to 10, but if I put it to, for example, 5, you get a bit more, it looks a bit better. So you can play with these values as you want and then see whatever effect it has. So for the rest, you can also change the top of this creation. So it should be under effector again, so where you change the scale, and then here at the inner radius you can increase or decrease. But if I put it to, let's say 5, yes, it's even more, well, let's say less pointy and more round, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put it to, let's say 1. I'll take it. And then the next step is to choose how your creation will, let's say, look like when you add the music to it later. So you have all these options. Like now it's linear. I'm gonna choose inelastic. Looks a bit funny, so I'll just pick it. So now it's time to import your music to this whole scene. So what you do is go to effector, then here magnitude, and then right click, go down to sound wave, and then here you have a few presets. For this one I'm gonna take scale, and then it looks a bit funny, but don't worry about that now, I assume, because now you need to go to motion design. You click on motion design and then you select operator stack over there, or on your outliner make sure you are on effector animators, and then here's where you can import your music. So for the music I found something royalty free, so YouTube shouldn't bother me with it. I'm gonna slap it on there. My creation pops back, welcome back, and now you see it is moving. So in order to make this tiny jump a bit bigger, you wanna increase the global magnitude. So I'm gonna try 100. Maybe 50, 25, 20. You can play around with it to see what the effect will be on your creation. So now that it is roughly this size, you want it to be, you can, well, in order to make it move to your music, you have to add the music to your sequencer. So if you don't have a sequencer, you can add it with over here and then add level sequencer. It's this thing at the bottom here. Then you add your song to the sequencer, and then the next thing you have to do is select sequence, and then sequence to your alpha sequence. I have no idea with no music why it looks so gigantically large, but once the music begins. Now one thing I do want to change is this depth around the pointy thing here, so it should be back to Effector and then the magnitude. I'm gonna try something 0.5. Yes, that's better. You can see all the coins. I forgot I had a light somewhere, so I'm gonna, just for the fun of it, put it over there. And then I want it more pointy again. Go to the Effector, and then what you changed earlier to 1000, you can play around with it again. So you can maybe do 2000 or 25. Okay, here you can see that the little cone moves on the music just as I wanted, so there you go. Feel free to play with these other values again to make the whatever you created taller or smaller or skinnier or wider. That was it for this tutorial. Feel free to do all the YouTube stuff, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you on another video. Peace.